Hey everybody, here I am again on my roof and a little bit of a different angle. This time we are looking this way. Last time we were looking that way. Well, of course to you, it's all just the same, right? We're just outside on the roof and it's another beautiful day out here in Southern California. Today I want to talk about an album that I think is greatly overlooked. In fact, a lot of people I know have never even heard this album. And I was in that same category, honestly, about, I think it was like maybe 3 years ago now at this point. And the album that I want to talk about is this album by Nash. This is called Songs for Beginners. And this is Nash's first solo record that he put out. And this was put out while he was still working with Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young. And it was the album that, so when they made Deja Vu, all the band members then went on to make really big time solo records. For example, like Neil Young made After the Gold Rush, and then he went on to make, of course, Harvest, which was just huge. David Crosby made his album, If I Can Only Remember My Name, which was really big. And then Stephen Stills released his solo album and had a really big solo career. Well, Nash did the same thing. And this album, Songs for Beginners, is, in my opinion, it's just as good as all of those albums. And in my opinion, I think it's probably better than both Stephen Stills' initial album and David Crosby's albums. I think it's almost as good as Neil Young's first two solo records after Deja Vu, which would be After the Gold Rush and Harvest. But it's so good. I hold it in really high regard. And for me, like I said, 3 years ago, I was just doing my normal record shopping, and I'd always seen this in stores, but I never picked it up. I finally picked it up, I think because I got it for like $4 or $5. Brought it home, listened to it, and it just blew me away. First of all, the songs on here are so good. If you like Nash's songs from his Hollies days, and obviously the first Crosby, Stills and Nash album, like Marrakesh Express is a Nash song. If you like that kind of, those well-crafted pop rock songs, then you're gonna love this record. Most of the songs on here, though, I have to say, are so moody and very like epic is how I would describe them. The sound quality, the way this is recorded is unbelievable. Each song is so dynamic and they get so big. In fact, my favorite song on here is on side one, and it's the song called I Used to Be a King. Okay, this song, first of all, it's the biggest song on the album for me. And as far as sound, it just gets huge. And the way he sings it is brilliant. It's an excellent tune with a fantastic melody, and it really is representative of the whole album. It's a dark album, but at the same time, the melodies are beautiful and the lyrics are excellent, and it's very much of the time. And I think the reason that this album has kind of been lost in the shuffle of time and all that kind of stuff is because it didn't really have a hit single on it. Like, you know, Neil Young, obviously, he always had hit singles, or not always, but most of the time on his early albums had hit singles off of his records. And even like Stephen Stills had a hit single early on, Love the One You're With, and songs like that. This album didn't really have that, but it doesn't hurt it at all. In fact, I think it kind of makes it better. This album, to me, it's kind of similar to Ram by Paul McCartney. Ram didn't really have any major hit singles. It did have Uncle Albert, obviously, which went on to be a big single. But other than that, it's really like an album, right? Where it has so many album tracks that make up the whole of the record. And this is that way as well, where all of these songs make up the greatness of this album. As a car goes whizzing by. I think it's actually a bus. But like I was saying, this record it's so good and it's just forgotten for some reason. And I really just wanted to bring it to your attention. If you haven't heard Songs for Beginners by Nash, you should check it out. Oh, and another thing I want to mention, it's packed full of amazing musicians on here. You have Jerry Garcia, who plays some guitar parts on here. Neil Young plays piano, I think on 2 of the tracks. Has David Crosby singing some harmonies. It's just got all of the amazing people from the early 70s that you would want on a Graham Nash or Crosby, Stills and Nash and Young album. So that's it. And I have to add this little plug in here because it's a part of the whole reason why I'm doing this video. Is this is actually currently up on the website needlemeetsvinyl.com, this copy, and it sounds amazing. It's so good. In fact, it's almost identical to my own personal copy in my collection. It's a mind-blowing listening experience. So if you're interested in checking it out and you want to get the best sounding copy of it, go to my website, needlemeetsvinyl.com. You can read about more information about it. I wrote a little article on just some more thoughts, like the history behind the recording sessions and what I think of the actual sound quality of the album itself. So that's it for this video. Just wanted to bring this to your attention. Graham Nash, Songs for Beginners. Excellent album that I think has been forgotten, and it's definitely worth checking out. By the way, I'm sure there's a lot of you out there who are saying right now, like, I know this album and this is one of my favorite albums of all time. And if it is, please in the comments below let me know what's your favorite song on here, when did you first hear this record, and yeah, I'd be very interested to know what you think about it. So that's it for now, and if you saw my last video, you saw that I am having a contest currently at the moment, because I got 1,000 subscribers, which I'm so thankful for. But if you want to enter in the contest, go to my website, needlemeetsvinyl.com, sign up for the mailing list. If you already signed up, you're already entered. And on Tuesday evening, I'm going to randomly pick an email that's going to be a winner, and you're going to receive a very special album package in the mail, and it'll contain, I think right now it's up to four records that I'll include and send to you. So if you want to enter that, that'd be fantastic. It's my little thank you for saying thank you all so much for watching my channel and for subscribing. And this is it for now. So in the meantime, check out Graham Nash, Songs for Beginners. You're going to love it. All right, bye for now.